Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a state that's so big, so diverse, and so full of personality, it often feels like two separate countries. I'm talking about California and the age-old rivalry between its two better halves, NorCal and SoCal. Is it just about sunshine versus fog, or is there something deeper going on? Let's unpack the tale of two Californias. First, let's talk geography, because that's where it all begins. When you picture California, you might think of sunny beaches and palm trees. That's classic Southern California, with its Mediterranean climate, sprawling cities like Los Angeles and San Diego, and a culture built around the outdoors, cars, and endless summer. But travel a few hundred miles north, and everything changes. Northern California is a world of dramatic coastlines, towering redwood forests, and rolling hills. Cities like San Francisco are famous for their fog, and the climate is generally cooler and more varied. This geographical divide isn't just about the weather. It has shaped the lifestyles, economies, and even the personalities of the people who live there. The vast Central Valley, California's agricultural heartland, acts as a massive buffer, further separating these two distinct regions. This physical separation has brewed a friendly, and sometimes not so friendly, cultural rivalry that's become legendary. Ask a NorCal native about SoCal, and you might hear words like superficial, traffic-obsessed, or all flash, no substance. They might poke fun at the obsession with Hollywood, celebrity culture, and the quest for the perfect beach body. In their eyes, the North is the real California, more intellectual, more in touch with nature, and more culturally authentic. Flip the script and ask a Southern Californian about the North. You'll probably hear things like elitist, cold, or pretentious. They might see Northerners as tech brothers who take themselves too seriously, or as people who just do know how to relax and have a good time. SoCal prides itself on its laid-back, optimistic vibe, its diversity, and its role as a global trendsetter. It's a classic clash, the fast-paced glamour of the South versus the brainy bohemian spirit of the North. To really understand this divide, we have to go back in time. The story of modern California arguably starts in the North. The gold rush of 1849 was a northern phenomenon centered around the Sierra Nevada foothills and Sacramento. This event brought a massive, sudden influx of people from all over the world, transforming the region overnight. San Francisco boomed, becoming a chaotic, ambitious, and wildly diverse port city. The state's first capital was in San Jose, then Vallejo, then Benicia, and finally Sacramento, all in the north. This early history cemented Northern California as the state's initial center of power, finance, and governance. It established a legacy of pioneering spirit, innovation, and a certain old money prestige that can still be felt today. Southern California's rise came later. For a long time, it was a sparsely populated region of ranchos and agricultural land. Its population explosion didn't really kick off until the early 20th century. Fueled by three key industries: oil, aviation, and, of course, entertainment. The decision by early filmmakers to move west to escape Thomas Edison's patent enforcement on the East Coast, combined with the region's reliable sunshine and varied landscapes, gave birth to Hollywood. This created a completely different cultural foundation. While the North was built on gold and politics, the South was built on dreams, storytelling, and the power of mass media. This fundamental difference in origin stories is a huge piece of the puzzle. This divergence is perfectly symbolized by the region's most prestigious universities. In the North, you have Stanford and UC Berkeley. These institutions are academic powerhouses, globally renowned for their contributions to science, engineering, and technology. Berkeley has a legacy of political activism and free speech, while Stanford is the intellectual engine of Silicon Valley. They represent the North's focus on innovation, intellect, and big ideas that change the world. Down south, you have institutions like USC and UCLA. While they are also top-tier research universities, they are uniquely intertwined with the culture of Los Angeles. USC's School of Cinematic Arts is legendary, producing countless Hollywood A-listers. UCLA has a powerhouse athletics program and a deep connection to the arts and entertainment industries. They embody the South's strength in creativity, media, and cultural influence. Now, let's talk money, because the economic landscapes are just as different. Northern California is, without a doubt, the global epicenter of technology. Silicon Valley, stretching from San Jose to San Francisco, is home to the biggest names in tech, from Apple and Google to countless startups aiming to be the next big thing. Beyond tech, the North is also famous for its agricultural prowess, particularly in Napa and Sonoma valleys, which produce some of the world's most acclaimed wines. This economy is driven by venture capital, intellectual property, and high-value exports. Southern California's economy, on the other hand, is much more diversified. But its most famous pillar is the entertainment industry. Hollywood and the allied media giants generate billions of dollars and export American culture to the entire globe. But it's not just movies. The South also has massive industries in international trade through the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach, as well as significant aerospace and manufacturing sectors. It's the difference between an economy built on code and grapes versus one built on celluloid and shipping containers. Given all these deep-seated differences, it's probably no surprise that people have been talking about splitting California into 2 or even 3 separate states for over 150 years. These proposals pop up every few years, often driven by political or economic frustrations. Proponents argue that a state of 40 million people is simply too large and diverse to be governed effectively from a single capital. They believe that NorCal and SoCal have fundamentally different priorities when it comes to water rights, taxes, and social policies. For example, the more rural, conservative parts of the far north have long felt ignored by the liberal coastal elites in both San Francisco and Los Angeles, leading to movements like the state of Jefferson. While these proposals have never gained serious traction, the fact that they keep reappearing speaks volumes. It highlights the persistent feeling that these two regions are, in many ways, already separate entities, yoked together by a shared border and a state flag. The conversation itself is a symptom of the ongoing cultural and political tension. So are NorCal and SoCal really destined to be rivals forever? Maybe, but they are also two sides of the same incredible coin. It's the fusion of these two identities that makes California so uniquely dynamic. The state's magic lies in its ability to contain these multitudes, the tech futurism of the North and the creative dream factory of the South, the ancient redwoods and the sun-drenched beaches, the counterculture history and the Hollywood glamour. One can't truly exist without the other. They are locked in a sibling rivalry, constantly competing, but also secretly proud of each other, forming a single, complicated, and utterly fascinating whole. The tension between them is what generates the electricity that powers the Golden State. What do you think? Are you Team NorCal or Team SoCal? Let me know your thoughts and your own experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear what makes your part of California special. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.